everything I need here for planting the strawberries. Hi everyone, it's Sharon from Ponderosa Garden Adventures, and I'm outside today because it's going to rain. And if you've watched some of our videos, you know that when it's going to rain, Sharon gets outside and plants some seeds. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to plant some seeds. I'm going to plant some strawberry starts, some Bareroot strawberries actually, that I picked up just the other day, and I've already soaked those and gotten those ready to go. So we're going to get those in, and then my son Devin's going to help. I still have my back injury, so I can't do anything basically kind of below my knees. I can't do low bending, so he's going to come out and he's going to help me prepare the corrugated planter, which is underneath our, what we call our pumpkin arch, because that's where we planted the pumpkins, and he's going to help me get that prepared, and we're going to plant some seeds in there. So come along with me today and I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm coming over here, this bed here where I grew the watermelon last year, this is where I'm going to put those strawberries, and I think they should do really well back here. I'm going to clean this out, and we're going to plant the green beans and the cilantro and the basil and the round zucchini. And let me show you what I brought out with me today. I have my dibber, which will help with planting seeds. I have my little snips in case I need to trim anything that's already growing where we're going to be planting. I have some Bareroot strawberries. These are Ozark. I picked those up the other day from Anderson's nursery. I have a trowel. I have some gloves, which I may or may not use. I've got water, of course. Some worm castings, and my container of seeds that I plan to plant today. So let me show you what those are. I plan to grow green beans to grow over the arch, some round zucchini, some thyme, just some generic basil, and then I have a 6 basil blend that I want to try. And that'll be for that planter, and that'll bring some pollinators and get something growing up over that hedge. Then in one of our 2x4 planters back here, some cilantro, some peas, let me turn them this way, and some bunching onions. I usually plant the bunching onions just from grocery store leftovers. I usually root them in the kitchen, but I had some seeds left over. I thought I'd throw those in. So those are all going to go in this 2x4 planter right here, which is a little bit more shaded. So it kind of gets some sun, and then it gets dappled sun for probably half the day. So those should do well there. So the first thing we want to do if we're starting seeds is make our labels, because we've all done that before, I think, where we've gotten busy and we're like, I know what I planted there, and we don't. So let me go ahead and get those done first. Cilantro and peas and bunching onions. All right. So I'm going to put one here along each of these posts here. So we're going to drop one in there, and one in there, and there, there, and we're going to do another row here. Right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down there. Down in there. Right along these posts here, so as they grow, I can trellis them and keep them going. I'm going to put the cilantro actually in the center, so I'm going to actually make 2 rows here. So all the rest of these, you can see them there. Try to split them up. So it's just going to go right along here and drop them in there. They look just like the little peppercorns that fall from the California pepper tree here. And 1 and 2, there we go. And then I'm going to cover them up, and then I use the handle just to tamp them down a little bit so we don't have birds come in from 2020. So again, I want to use these up. So here's the bunching onions. Again, do a line in the back. Something else. These are really tiny seeds. I don't know if you can see how small those are, but we're just going to do a row. Right along the back there. There we go. And I already have these out, so what I am going to go ahead and put some on the ends also. We'll come back and water this in. There we go. These also, we use these as a pest deterrent also, because the bunnies and the moles, and they don't like the onions. So sometimes we do this as an edging. Back over. The peas, onions on the end here, and we'll go back over the cilantro in the middle. Cilantro is the one that I usually have trouble with. It's pretty finicky, so I always overseed the cilantro. But first, coffee. It's cold. I need to put it in a carafe and bring it out. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to work on these Bareroot strawberries. Now, I soaked them last night to make sure that the roots are good and wet. So, all right, there we go. So, they're all rubber banded together. Be very careful of the roots here. You might be able to get this off over the top here without getting entangled. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. We got that off there. So they're all bundled together here. It can seem a little intimidating, but you just have to tease them apart gently, and we'll get them separated here. Hopefully you can see that okay. There we go. So we'll get the individual ones here separated. And what I have here is just some of these planter containers that we keep, and I'm just going to put the individual ones in there to keep them separated. So maybe we'll move them here. That's a little better. Make sure you can see there. So some of these, as you can see, have already started to sprout, which was what drew me to these particular bunches here. See, again, I'm just gently, ever so gently pulling these apart because I don't want to break those roots. So they've got a little bit of mud here. So if we just kind of take it easy, we can pull those apart. There we go. Another great bunch here. And I'm just going to kind of fold those roots so they don't get entangled and put them right down in that little area there. There we go. All right. It's going pretty well. I've had some that have been really tricky to get separated, but these are doing really nicely. All right, we have a little one here. And you can see it does have a little sprout at the top there. So we'll try to Move these down a little bit. There should be 10, I believe, either 10 or 12. I'm not sure if it's 10 or 12. So, 10. The tag says 10. Sometimes I've gotten bonus ones, so. All right, here we go. There's another. And again, these are all going to grow new greenery at the top. So don't be concerned about the ones that look all brown. They're viable. All right, there we go. There is 6, the first 6. Get those out of the way here. Maybe I'll move them over here so that you can see a little better. There we go. And this is a nice big one here. Got a couple of really good big ones. All right, so we should have 4 more here. Let's see, there's 1. And I can't tell if this is 1 or 2 here. Let me see if I can get these separated here. Gently, there we go. All right. Yep. And there's another. I'll put this big one on the end here. So that makes 8. And here we have 9. You can see that one in there. Oh, looks like we got a bonus. These are little. Another rubber band. And there's 10. And this one makes 11. This one looks like it got a little dried out, so we'll see how this one does. We'll plant this one on an end. And, oh, it's got a little greenery coming in there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there, a little green one. All right, so that's 11. So we've got these all separated. Don't need this anymore. A little bit of information about the Ozark strawberries. They're supposed to be one of the hardiest. They're frost tolerant, and they're supposed to be a very vigorous grower. They're ever-bearing, and they will produce fruit from early summer all the way through first frost. So my other strawberries are June-bearing, and so this way we should be able to spread them out and have strawberries for the longest part of the year. All right, let's go get the bed ready and we'll get these in. All right, I have everything I need here for planting the strawberries. I've got my gloves, my trowel, the strawberries, the label, a watering can, and some worm castings. Devin has put the grow mulch in here for me. I just wanted to give it a fresh layer. I'm just going to lay out these strawberries. Now, the important thing is that this here, see if I've got this in the sun, yes, this is the crown, and you want to make sure not to plant this below the soil level. So we need to make sure that the soil level is right here. So that's what we're going to do with this one here. Put this in here, and then I'll come back. Devin's doing my heavy lifting and my bending for me today because of my back. So I appreciate that. Can break up that little clod though. There we go. All right, he's also going to help get the seeds in today. So let me go grab those. So Devin is going to lightly dampen the soil so we can plant in moist soil, and then we'll water it in once we're done. So save some of that water to water it in. That's perfect, really good. All right. Now, normally you soak the green beans before you plant them, but we've got a rainstorm coming, and so I'm not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and plant them, and what we want to do is we're going to plant them on either side of those green stakes that are there. We're going to put 2, okay, about this far apart, right here, okay, right there, and right there. Okay. Now if you look on the back of the, don't want to go too, there you go, that's about right. Okay, so drop 1 in each hole.
1 seed?
1 seed in each hole. All right, just 1, 2, and then we're just going to cover that up. Don't pat it down too, just cover it, but don't pat it too hard because we want it to be able to sprout through. And then the others are going to be on the other corner over there, kind of in the same position. So over here, see, I'm going. There we go. There we go. So this is round zucchini, and you can read what the depth is. It's the round zucchini. Yeah, just pick 2 of those holes. There we go. And cover them up. And then we'll get the label on it. Round zucchini. Okay. And then in the middle, we're going to plant some thyme. And we can plant it more to the middle back. Or you can put a couple of holes. Yeah.
How many?
You can do 3. Do 1 right behind it. There we go. Put some into your hand, the palm of your hand, and sprinkle. There we go. You just kind of sprinkle them around and then cover it up. All right. Yep. You just kind of dust your hand off around it and then just cover up the dirt. Yep. There we go. Let's just drop some right in there. You can just sprinkle some in that line and do 1 equally on the other side. Great, right there. Perfect. You know, maybe 8 or 10 little seeds and just sprinkle them along that line. That's all you need to do is just move your hand along and just sprinkle them in. And then we'll come in and we'll thin them out. There you go. Just cover that. There you go. And then we'll get our label in, our 6 variety blend. So I'm just going to pour some into Devon's hand line. Great. That's it. Perfect. Cover it up. We'll get our label in. Excellent. Thank you, Devon, for helping us out today.
Yeah, no
He's out
problem.
helping his mom, and I appreciate that. He usually works with the succulent plants. He does a great job of that. So when you see those in the background in our videos, that's all him. So, all right. Thanks so much. Well, we got quite a bit done today. I'm really happy with what we got done. We got the seeds planted in the bed behind me here. That's the peas and the cilantro and the green onions. We got the corrugated planter planted with some zucchini, the round zucchini, and some green beans, and a couple different types of basil and some thyme. And we got the Bareroot strawberries in. I'm really excited about that. I was so excited last night to get them soaking and get them planted. So the rain's gonna come soon, so we're all set for that, and I'm glad that you were able to join me. And if you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe. It helps the channel grow and we can bring you more videos. So join us next time on Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Bye.